right, then it is my delight, my pleasure to introduce our next performer. He's a designer who works from home, and he hasn't asked his parents for money in a really long time. Please welcome Dan Curtis.
Thanks, everybody. All right, so let me tell you what I like about Japanese porn. I have some fans here. It's that moment in each one where, when no one is crying. That's my favorite part. I also can appreciate the casting in those films. The male casting particularly. You know, we use bodybuilders here for those roles, but they just call a temp agency. Just whomever the agency sends is just perfect for that role. So if you don't understand those jokes, that just means that you are a better person than I am. If you do understand those jokes, then I think we have a connection. I bet some of you would say that porn is bad for society and we shouldn't watch it. And I totally agree with that. And I don't watch it. Unless I'm lonely, or I'm bored, or I'm just really busy. Gotta get the stuff done. We have a connection, that's what I was talking about. I am a pretty busy guy. I work at home for myself, which is stressful, and so to counter that, I spend 15 minutes a day meditating and 2 hours a day comparing myself to others on LinkedIn. It's great on LinkedIn. I get to meet all the successful people that my parents wish I was, or were. So far, I've gotten connected to depression, and I've endorsed myself for afraid to exist. And for interest, I put will to live. But seriously, it's sobering to be on LinkedIn and see other people's achievements. I saw a friend of mine, she earned 2 master's degrees in her 20s. And I had to ask, what's the real reason why I did not do something like that? Well, it turns out the real reason is that I didn't feel like it. Seems hard, you know? Sometimes I wonder if the problem is just that I'm a lot more stupider than successful people. Let me give you an example. I had a boss who told me he was born in England and moved here when he was 9. Let's say that again. He was born in England, moved here when he was 9. I asked him, did you have a British accent when you got here? Okay. But when you ask questions like that at work, they don't give you very hard things to do, so that's pretty good. So my parents are very supportive of my career. I was feeling a little discouraged one time, and my father said to me, son, you know, your success is all because of your natural abilities. You're not out there kissing ass and playing golf. I said, well, here's the thing. I have never been invited to kiss ass and play golf. I totally would. Just a second. I have heard that one key to success in life is a strong marriage, but I've never been married, not even once. And I won't say that being single has been lonely, but it has been, easy. Yeah. And peaceful. That's another good one. I'm not against getting married and having kids. And in fact, there have been times when I've really wanted that. Like 10 years ago, I remember I felt like such a loser compared to my married friends with kids, and I say to myself, what is wrong with me? And now that half those people are divorced, I say I won. Well, I didn't win, but I didn't lose half my stuff in a divorce. I've also read that successful people do not have a lot of clutter in their lives. And so, I'm doing some spring-ish cleaning. I'm getting rid of some things I don't need. I'm donating a box of condoms. Because someone should use these things before they expire. And use them properly. Like with another person. Otherwise, it's just me wearing them around the house. And that does not take away the loneliness, I can tell you. Glad you like that. I'm actually in a relationship now. My girlfriend is wonderful. I love her very much. And through this relationship, I've learned so much as a person. I've learned that, I realized just how lonely I was before and how much I wanted to be with someone special. And I've also learned that communication, really good, clear communication is vital to a healthy relationship. I've also learned that all my clothes are stupid. I have a little, hang on. It's a very interesting stage and set and everything tonight. Can't get over it. I had a birthday recently, I guess, and I turned old. Actually, I turned 47, which is not old, but it's not young. And my girlfriend's a lot younger than me, and she's very sweet. She loves birthdays, and she wanted to have a party for me. I wanted to hide in the grass until it was over. Because she sees the birthday, she sees the blue skies, the future and stuff. I see my birthday, I see disappearing shoreline. Just beach houses washing into the ocean. Never... Because getting older is it's tough. Like adulthood, which apparently this is. I have to run with it. Adulthood is a lot different than I thought it was going to be. When I was a kid, I would see ads for coffee and beer on TV, and they looked delicious, and I hate that stuff. And then sex, when I was a kid, it really sounded horrifying. But as it turns out, it's not bad, Especially with another person. We just talked about that. I used to be really afraid of sex, though. And I think it started, I was a junior in high school, and a woman in my homeroom got pregnant, and she decided to get married. And so my then girlfriend and I went to the wedding, and the bride cried the entire time. My girlfriend cried too. So what I learned was, do not have sex with high school girls. And so I never did. And I still don't. Something to live by. All right, well, thanks a lot, guys.
Dan Curtis, everybody!